welcome back to the channel. This is Mark from Mr. Music Marbella, and on this channel we do gig logs, tips, tricks, tutorials and other DJ and mobile DJ related content. So if that's something that you're interested in, consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button, it's absolutely free. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you'll be notified when we upload new videos. And if you enjoy the video, give us a thumbs up. Also, in the comment section below, why not just say hi? Say hello, let me know what you're up to, and give us a comment on all your DJ related matters, because I do try and get back to everybody that comments on the video. For those of you who are new to the channel and don't know, I'm a mobile and event DJ with more than 25 years experience, doing everything from weddings and birthday parties to karaoke and live music events. And for the last the last 12 years I've been living on the Costa del Sol, southern Spain, quite close to Marbella, and that is where I do most of my work right now. However, so as you can see from my surroundings, I'm obviously not in southern Spain. I'm actually back home. I'm back home here in West Yorkshire. I'm staying with my wife and at her mother's, and we're back here for Christmas. Today is the 28th of December, so we're in that little bit of a period in between Christmas and New Year. I've had a great time. Did my last gig the 22nd, and then we got on a plane on the 23rd and came home for Christmas, which means I have no gigs all through Christmas and the New Year. Now I know the rest of you mobile DJs, you maybe got a little bit of a lull in between the big party, which is obviously New Year's Eve. But the discussion that I want to talk about today is, what do we do in the downtime? That period, January, February, March, when not a great deal is happening. What do we do to fill that time, and more importantly, to start looking for new bookings? Now, if you are a bar DJ, the likelihood is that the bars over January, February and March, they're pretty quiet. So are they going to start to reduce your gigs, reduce the time that you're working? And that, if you're a full-time DJ, can be a time that's really, really tough just after Christmas. So is it time to start upping your game and going out and finding those more lucrative gigs? What do you do? And what about your gear, your equipment? Maybe it's a good time in the downtime to start looking at your equipment. What we tend to do as mobile DJs is we buy kit. They're like toys. We're like kids in a sweet shop, and we do like to buy new equipment. But we don't always get rid of some of the equipment that we've already got, and it stays there. And we think, oh, we'll use it, and we don't. Especially lighting. Lighting changes all the time. We get those new LEDs, either from ADJ, the new wash lights. I'm wanting to get some of those new Ape Lab wash lights. They look fantastic. However, I've got tons and tons of equipment. So maybe in the downtime it's a good idea to get all your kit together, because we don't always know what we've got. Get it together, have a look at it. Should we sell it? Sell some of that redundant lighting, that redundant equipment that you've been storing up in your storeroom all year, and then put that money to good use in the downtime. Because to be quite honest, when we're busy in the summer and you're flat out, you don't always have the time to do that. So that's a good idea. In the downtime, get your kit together, have a look at it, tidy it up, get it on eBay, get the cash together and get some of that kit that you want. I certainly want to get up my light game this year. Done a little bit of DMXing, I generally use the Light Rider. I've got the ADJ system of it, but it's not working exactly how I want. So I'm thinking, do I get the Ape Labs? Well, I am gonna. It's very expensive, but it's a great system. Put it all together and you've got a great light show without all the cabling, because that is my worst nightmare. And I'm sure it's yours. You get to a gig, you do the gig, and then when you're breaking it all down, it takes longer for all the cabling than it does to set up all the equipment. So that's what I'm going to do in the downtime. Get some kit on eBay, sell it, and buy that 8 Labs kit that I really, really want. I'm now in an area in West Yorkshire called Nottingley, and Nottingley, Pontefract, they're very close to each other, and close to an area called Ferry Bridge, which had a huge power station, Ferry Bridge C power station, which had about 8 of the big cooling towers. Now, a few years ago the power station got shut down, and 5 of the cooling towers actually got dropped, but they've actually left 3 of them up because the power station is biofuel now. It's a biofuel power station, so those have been left up for biofuel. But the interesting part where we are, we're in between 2 rivers. Actually, there's one of the is a canal called the Calder, and the other side of me is the River Aire. And as you can see, they do come quite close together. That is a Calder navigation, as you can see there, and it's got a couple of barges on it, as you can see. And right next to it over here is the River Aire. And as you can see in the background there, the remaining 3 coolers or cooling towers of Ferry Bridge C power station. This is one of the pontoons that the canal and river barges actually connect up to. You know, when they wanted to come ashore and what have you. And this is behind me, as you can see, where they connect up to. There's not a great deal. Oh, let's get some light. Not a great deal now though, because it is December. It is very, very cold. I'm actually saying very cold, about 9 degrees. I'm really surprised. I expected it to be much, much colder than this. Walking around, I've just got a jumper on. It's I've got to say, it's a little bit uncomfortable. I could have done with a coat. But getting back to our DJ content, are there some repairs that you need to do? You know, some niggling repairs on either stands, or maybe some modifications that you want to do on your DJ kit. Now's a great time to do it. Most of the time you'll think, right, I'll just put that off. Just put it off because I'm working tomorrow, can't really get round to it. But great time to do it now. It's time for the off season to get ready for the new season, which kicks off in a couple of months' time. Of course, if you're an event DJ and you specialise with birthday parties, corporate and obviously weddings, well, birthday parties go around all around the year. So January, February, March might be a great time to start marketing for those, because in general people put off the last minute to find the DJ. So let's talk a little bit about marketing. What do you do? How do you get your gigs? Have you got a website? Do you really need a website? My personal view is you do, but only as a tool, because websites are great, but you need to get people to look at them. And how do you do that? And of course, there's the upcoming wedding season, which generally kicks off May, June. Well, in my experience over the years, the brides and grooms, they're thinking about everything. The bride's thinking about the dress, they're thinking about the venue, thinking about the rings, the flowers. Now sometimes, and more often than not, the DJ is the last person that they're thinking about. So now, even though it's only maybe 4 or 5 months away from their wedding, now is a great time to start marketing and getting your name out there to potential brides and grooms that may be interested in your DJ services. Facebook, I think, is one of the best marketing tools, because in the Facebook algorithm you can actually not only obviously get your name out there, but you can then pay a little bit of money with Facebook marketing and actually zone in on the market that you want. So if you're in a particular area of the country, you can zone in on that particular area, and you can pinpoint marketing to people that are getting married, because generally the first thing that they do when they're getting married is brides put it on Facebook. We're getting married at such and such a time in such and such a venue, and Facebook can help you actually pinpoint and get your advert right in front of that bride. It's a great tool and it's well worth looking into. There's an old saying, if you do what you've always done, then you'll get what you've always got. So maybe it's time, if you've got a website, and lots of us have had websites, but we've got the website, we've put it online, we've posted it, we've not even had a look at it for years. So maybe have a look at your old website. Are some of the services that you do, you no longer do? But more than likely, there's some services that you've added to your repertoire that you've not actually put on your website, so they don't know about it. So have a look at your website and upgrade it, rehash it, change it. It's a fabulous way of creating new and fresh impetus to your DJ business. Now, Google Ads is a great way of getting new leads, but it can be quite expensive. So the best thing to do, if you use that, now I use Google Ads with my other business in the custodial sale. I'm a locksmith, and I use that. And the reason I use it is because, you know, a massive percentage of the people that need to contact a locksmith get on the phone, and you want to be at the top of the list when they put in locksmith near me. Now, from my business, my music business, that's a little bit different, because people do browse. Now, you don't want people clicking on your advert all the time just to browse. So be very careful of the budgets that you set on Google Ads. However, you do want to be in your area the person that when the bride puts in Google wedding DJ near me, which they normally do, that you're right at the top. And that is the reason you need your website up and fresh and new and current, because at the end of the day they're going to go from there, from Google, straight to your website. Well, lots of brides use wedding planners also. Now, wedding planners are a fantastic resource, but they generally do use their own people. So get onto their preferred vendor list. Get out there, send them emails, but more importantly, try and get in front of them. Get in front of them, show them what you've got to offer, and who knows, you may become one of their preferred vendors or preferred DJs on their list. Now, do you use paper general media, paper advertising? Well, it's quite expensive, and in this modern day I think there's a lot of other digital platforms that you can get on. But if in your area there's a local magazine or local newspaper that you can get in. Sometimes that you can put an advert in there and start whopping things up a little bit and try and get some leads from that one. But be careful, because it can get a little bit expensive. So it's all about maximising your marketing through the least expensive sort of means. And in this digital world, there's lots and lots of different ways. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can bombard people with adverts and it costs you next to nothing. So a little bit dark. So to recap, it's the couple of months after Christmas and you really need to get everything together. So you've got your website sorted, you started looking at a bit of different sort of marketing techniques to reach out to the brides and the grooms and the people that are having birthday parties. Maybe Google Ads, certainly Facebook marketing, Instagram and Twitter, and maybe the local rag, the local magazine or the local paper in your town or village or area that you are. You've had a look at the kit and you thought, wow, have that much kit, get a load together that you want to sell and upgrade to some new kit that you've always wanted. And you can fund half of it by selling some of the kit that you've already got, and it doesn't really matter. And after that, you've looked at some of the repairs and the upgrades that you need to do, and all that can take a couple of months, and all of a sudden, bang, you're back in it again. So I do hope you enjoyed my rambling as I've gone for a walk down the canal in West Yorkshire. A little bit different to my usual, because I'm normally surrounded by palm trees. Have a great new year. To all fellow DJs that are working New Year, keep safe. Hopefully you have a cracker and plenty of money, and then have a little bit of a break afterwards. So if you found the video interesting, give me a thumbs up. As I said before, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. There's all sorts of content coming your way. And have a great new year, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.